Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day, with your host, Justin B, and my MVP co host, Miss Shannon Finch. This is episode 119 for the YouTube version. For the audio version, it's season 2, season 2, episode 20. You can check that out on on that platform on the description below, the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you got for us. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the content. Dave will be back with us next week. Has some family stuff to attend to. So, I'm gonna let them know y'all missed them. Um, Shannon has some great topics for us. We'll talk a little bit about last week's preseason game and what you can look forward to tomorrow. So, without further ado, I'm gonna hand it over to Miss Shannon Fitch.
Okay, so first I want to say I'm thankful that Mark Andrews is okay. He was in a car accident this week. And also our offensive line coach had to be hospitalized for an illness that he has. So we definitely want to keep him in our thoughts and prayers as well. But getting on to the show, Justin, give me three takeaways that you had from our preseason game against the Eagles.
Okay. First, I'll start with the offensive line because I was there. They look good, man. I know they had a lot of question marks because we lost Zeitler, Morgan Moses, Andrew Voorhees first live action, in 2 years. Finally get a chance to work with the ones. And, Roger Rosa, excuse me, tackle. So they look good, man. They was gelling and flowing as a unit. They was opening up holes.
Hmm.
They gave Josh Johnson and Devin Larry time to throw the ball. So the offensive line looked really good, man. Both units, first and second. Pat McCarr, he looked good as well. So they were very impressive for them to have a lot of question marks. Uh Nate Wiggins in the secondary looked good. Looked good. They didn't go a whole bunch of big plays. Nate was strapped up. Now I'm glad he get hurt seriously, but I get it. He didn't go against Brown, Devontae Smith, and all that. I completely understand that. I'm not saying give him a gold jacket, but his first live action in pro football, he looked pretty good. Looked pretty good.
Hmm.
Pickett was the starting quarterback with the Steelers last year, so he wasn't going against an XFL quarterback, but yeah. So the secondary looked pretty good overall. Third takeaway, you might have saw me make a post earlier this pass rush.
Hmm.
Early, so I want to hit the panic button, but it looks like we're going to miss Clowney right away because Kenny Pickett had all day to throw the ball. So hopefully tomorrow gets a little better. But it was just like he had time and time again to throw the ball. Um, Dayton Wade he dropped the pass early in the game and came back and made a big catch. Tyler Wallace was good. Devontae Walker didn't get a chance to get a lot of opportunities. So tomorrow that changes. So those right there are my three takeaways.
Okay. So I'm kind of glad we kind of got different takeaways from the game. I was out that day that the game came on, so I had to record it and watch it later. Um, and I watched it. I don't usually like record games and watch them, but I watched it for the purpose of the podcast anyway. But I also just wanted to see, what it looked like, real football, even though it's preseason. So for me, the new kickoff rule is going to take some getting used to. Watching it, I heard why they said they made the change. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it makes me think about how a lot of the rules cater to the offense. They want more high scoring games or exciting games, I guess. Like they always say, offense sells tickets. So in the sense of the kickoff rule, um, I understand that it's player safety. It just looks weird right now. But also, it seems like a team gets penalized if the ball goes in the end zone or out the end zone. I didn't understand that part of it, like the kicking team at that. So yeah, that's gonna take some getting used to for me. Um, as much as I didn't think wide receiver was a need before, I feel like it's a need now. Obviously you don't have your key guys, the guys you expect to be out there playing in the preseason. But what you do look forward to in the preseason is just the depth that you do have and any potential that you may have in a guy on a team. I just don't see that right now. And even hearing like what's been said in training camp, it's like I said, you listen to old shows. I've been pretty high, like thinking that what we have is okay. We don't necessarily have to make a move at wide receiver. Now I'm questioning that for sure. And lastly, for me, I'm not comfortable with any of these guys on the roster being quarterback number two. Um, the thing about Josh Johnson is he's old, he's a vet, he's been around the league. You know what you're going to get from him. I don't think that if Lamar and knock on wood, and I don't have any wood in me now, but knock on wood, if Lamar had to go down, I wouldn't feel comfortable with him being quarterback number two. I mean, even when Huntley was quarterback number two, I didn't necessarily feel like I, I felt more comfortable, put it that way. Like I didn't think that he was a world beater, but I felt like the offense really could stay the same. We didn't have to change much for him. With Josh, it's just like you are what you are. I don't think that you're going to change life much if Lamar was to go down. Um, I just don't see it. And then with the rookie, it's not good things aren't coming out about him. I actually just was reading an article the other day that he's kind of on a bubble for making a roster, and and again, knock on wood with this, Lamar made it through the season last year, but we know that he was hurt 2 seasons prior. It's a chance that he could get hurt, and then like who's going to be the quarterback? So I'm just not comfortable with any of these guys on the roster. I saw someone talking about the Browns having 4 quarterbacks, and they're probably only going to keep 2. I mean, they might keep 3, but it's some guys there that you might have to look into. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with those guys just being number 2. Like competing for a spot is one thing. And I have to say, because I was high on him in the draft and you were like, I heard Spencer Rattler down there looking good with the Saints. So when I think about the quarterback position for us, I'm like, we could have had Spencer Rattler back there. But those are my 3 takeaways. All right. So we talked about this also in the off season a little bit when we came back from the break. Chemistry with the guys, Lamar and wide receivers and tight ends even. So you probably also saw a lot of what's going on. A lot of good things come out of camp is how well Lamar looks with Zay Flowers, obviously, and Isaiah Likely. So my question to you is, how excited are you about the chemistry that Lamar and Likely are building?
I'm very excited. I'm always sharing the video on Twitter saying 8 to 80 all season long. So I think that's gonna be a special connection. Like we always somewhat been a two tight end team. So, this is nothing new for us. Going back to Heath, Darnell Dinkins, Daniel Wilcox, Pitta, Dixon, Crockett Gilmore, and Benjamin Watson, so forth, so forth. So, we always had at least two tight ends that can be productive. So I like it. Now you can
Mm-hmm.
likely out and the slot on the H-back position, like how the Commanders used to do with Chris Cooley. So, and then you can have him and Andrews on the field at the same time, have them both flexed out in the red zone because they built big body guys. So it
Mm-hmm.
helps a lot. It helps a lot. So having two tight ends and even three, because like I said, Charlie Cola was a solid tight end. He would start on probably a lot of teams. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it helps up. It helps make up for the difference in the bottom half of the wide receiver room. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I agree. And what you just said at the end is, why I'm excited. Likely was part of the reason why I didn't feel like wide receiver was a big need for us because I felt like he could be a big part of our passing game. And with the guys that you have around him, it just makes it a threat anyway. And it's like at that point, who are you gonna guard if we, use him that way? And we've talked about this before too. A lot of teams haven't been using the 2 tight end set. I don't think anybody's done it as well as Bill Belichick and the Patriots when they had Gronk and Hernandez. That was pretty deadly. And we had one, like you mentioned, Dixon and Pitta. We even let one of our great players go into a heat because we had those 2 guys. So I just hope that he's utilized this season, not just as a backup tight end, but to be an important part of the offense. And it goes back to something that I mentioned before about Lamar and the wide receivers likely being included, because I mentioned it too with him. He spent time with Lamar in the offseason. And those, even though we as fans can say things aren't a big deal and it's okay and they'll come to camp, those little things matter. It's not even just about, throwing a football and catching a football. It's about actually relationships, like building relationships. And when you can build a relationship, that helps with building a chemistry. And I think that likely, being down there and hanging out with Zay Flowers and Lamar Jackson, I think it plays a part into what we're seeing happen now in training camp. So I'm very excited about likely and how he'll be featured in the offense.
Great.
All right. So another thing coming out of camp is all of the deep passes. We've seen good tweets, we've seen bad tweets. So we know that deep passes is something that's being worked on in camp. Are you expecting that to be a big part of our offense in 2024?
Yes, because you got to push the ball down the field. You have to. I mean, you think and dunk, that's cool, but you got to be able to push the ball down the field. And like I said, and then we brought in Tess Walker and Anthony Miller and Russell Gage. Justin Gage is the former bad receiver. Those guys can get over the top, along with Zay and Bateman too, and even Aguilar when he catches the football. And
Mm-hmm.
Hardy, who had a big pass in practice. So yes, all our receivers can get deep. So and even Tyler Wilder from time to time. So and then our tight ends, they have had big receptions, long receptions. So definitely you got to push the ball down the field. Like I said, I know we got Derrick Henry. We all want to feed him, but we still have to go vertical. That's just have to in this league.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be able to push the ball vertical. If you go only 5 yard out, you're out. You're way off the field for so long.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be a big part of the offense as well. I mean, even though a lot of things that they do in training camp, especially with fans and things being out there, it's really vanilla. It's only so much you're going to get, so much they're going to show you. But the main fact that they've been working on that, and that's what's been coming out a lot. I feel like they want to make it a big part of it, and I hope that it's something that we can do. I mean, when you think about having Derrick Henry in the backfield with Lamar Jackson, you expect teams to want to stack the box, right? Because I mean, at that point, it's like pick your poison with those two guys back there. I mean, I don't. The Russian attack is going to be interesting to see, and with you having a Russian attack like that, you have no choice but to take those shots, right? So I think that they want to make it a big part of it because they know the type of defenses they're going to see. And the only way you can exploit those types of defenses with like stacking the box is being able to go over the top. Um, so I hope that it's something that can be like we just talked about, likely being a big part of the offense. I hope that's something they can do, but I do not want them to force it.
Fall in love with
I,
it.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like, don't go out every week feeling like we got to show that we can, do the deep ball and complete it and make it be. No, like let it come naturally. You know what I mean. I don't. I know sometimes like when if a coach says we were taking what the defense gave us. Sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's a bad thing, and it's going to always be a bad thing if it doesn't work out in your favor. Sometimes people like you to take chances. I'm not against taking chances, but I just want them to be smart about it. So don't come out like you got a point to prove that this is something that we can do and we're going to prove it to you guys, because I think that's what we messed up at in the playoff game. When things you sometimes you just got to do the simple thing, do what works, do what you know is going to work, and if running a ball is working, you run the ball. Doesn't take anything away from Lamar Jackson. Again, like you said, let's just not let them fall in love with the deep ball. Like we get it. You want to make it a part of the offense, but don't come out every week feeling like we got to do it. We got to do it.
Yeah, Derrick Henry yards a clip. You're like, hey, fuck it, let's go ahead and go all 9 routes now.
Yeah. So we've been talking a lot about the offense, right? And we've talked a lot about Bateman before our break and after our break. And, you know, I don't even have to say because it seems like it's always this word and him uh, in relationship together while he's on the Ravens. But are you concerned with Bateman's injury? And I could say injuries because it seems to have been more than once this training camp.
For the moment, no, but overall for the season, yes. Because like I said, man, every time he touches the field, you just like, man, I just hope he just want to make it through the game. Like, I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
weight room put a little bit more meat on his ass, homo, but something got to give, man. 4 years in a row, you've been dealt with some type of injury. Like this is ridiculous. So he need to get in the weight room, change something. You got to do something. Like, I don't know, get different tools.
Mm-hmm.
Get more massages from your team doctor, team doctors. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
get in the hot tub, something like this is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, for me, I'm very concerned. And I have been one that's been like standing on the table for Bateman. But it's like, man, if it's not one thing, it's another. Bottom line is he can't help us if he's not on the field, right? So that's the bottom line. And I also didn't like. I saw I don't know whose post it was. It was more or less just like a screenshot of comments from an Instagram post. I don't know if it's real. I can. not Only reason why I'm saying I don't know if it's real is because I didn't see the post, but it was Rashad Bateman responding to a comment of a fan, and a fan may have said something um like like tell him let you practice. This was like after his first injury, and Rashad Bateman had made a comment that was kind of like it's the Ravens' fault why he's not playing. Like I'm good. They don't want me to play, kind of thing. And for me, I didn't like that mentality because even if that's the truth, Ravens have a right to want to put you in bubble wrap. If you're in training camp, the first time you get injured, they have a right to say, you know what, you sitting out this practice. You're not going to practice for a while because we don't want you to re-aggravate something. And then what happens when you do come back? You get injured again, and now you're trying to work your way back from another injury. And I saw that when he came back and was doing his little one-on-one workouts, he had to stop doing them because he hurt something or something happened in that little workout. So my thing with him is this. Like I said, I'm a fan of Bateman. I'm rooting for him. I speak very highly of him and have been, um, since he's been on the team. That we all know the potential that he has. It's just like, bro, you got to get out there and do it. Everybody, and I see a lot of people that are hard on him, but I also see a lot of fans who believe in him. So give us the fans, give the fans that actually believe in you something to work with here. Because I can't keep defending suggesting why you're important to be on the team if you always hurt. So like you said, Justin, take care of your body. Go to the weight room and go to the weight room, get a massage, get nice. I don't know what you gotta do. But it's unacceptable at this point.
Yeah, and I'm a Bateman guy. Like I've been defending Bateman all the time. I'm talking. I'm a fan base, but you know what they say to me? Hey, you talk about this guy potential and all that, but he only got 300 yards. He only got 40 yards. It's like, well, this I can't.
Yeah.
The other fan base is like nobody wants to hear that shit though. Why?
Yeah. So get it together. And we rooting for you. Don't get it twisted. All right. So our last topic for today, we've been talking about the offense a lot this show. So I have a question for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned are you with the outside linebacker position?
10. 10. Reason being, yes, last year was phenomenal. Yes, everything led the league in sacks. Yes, all that. But you know, like I know, new season, new defensive coordinator. Clown is gone. A couple guys from second is gone. Like, you and like I said, what I saw, and granted, it wasn't all the starters, but it was guys who were playing. I, I don't know. This one game, I may be overreacting, but Kenny Pickett looked too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So, Van Noy, down to him being a full-time starter, we gotta see if he still got, if he got get enough gas to take to play a whole game. Actually, he came
Mm-hmm.
this thing, so he's able to go them sacks. Like I said, a decent Isaac, can he live up to the billing and actually, produce like Owe? Can he finally put it together? And had a double-digit sack season. Even
Mm-hmm.
now, can he finally stay healthy for all 17 games and contribute, consistently, not just a player or two here and there. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Tavis Robinson, can he make that leap? Malik Harrison, he's gonna be doing double duty, inside and outside. Can he handle that playing in a more increased role? So right now it's a 10. Like I said, Hopefully these guys. Then Malik Ham's out for the year, so that's the one guy we lost. Still got the kid Joe Evans, the free agent, veteran free agent from Iowa. So we'll see.
Hmm.
Right now it's definitely a 10 because the only player that's really super proven right now is Russell Pass covering him.
Yeah, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. My level of concern right now is an 8. um, for everything, for every reason you just said. Like even with Kyle Van Noy, like he played well last season, but we had a decent rotation. We didn't bring him in at the start of week 1 and have him out there playing every game, and like it was just good for him to fill in when he did, and he was a part of that rotation that we had. I just don't think that our rotation is as strong as it was last year as it is going to be so far from what we can see this season. It's too many question marks. Even if you believe in guys that are on a team like Owe, you know, there are reports that he's doing well, but I still think there's questions there. Like you said, can he put it together? We have David Adaba, um, Ajabo. He's working back. He's working his way back, and he has all the potential in the world. We spoke highly about him when he was drafted, but you still got to put it together. We have a rookie, Adisa.
Isaac,
Pot-
yeah.
uh, yeah, potential, but it's like we don't know. It's too many question marks. Like you said, Malik Cam goes on IR. It's just too many guys where you're like, what are we going to do at that position? I feel like we've been searching for Terrell Suggs since Terrell Suggs left, and we still don't have him. And I really do wish we could have traded for Judon, but he went to the Falcons, so that's dead. Um, yeah, at this point, I don't even know who's out there for us to get. Um,
For my talent wise, but I know that ain't gonna happen because he want to get paid too. Hassan Reddick.
oh
Hassan,
yeah,
he want to get paid too. So I don't know if we got no money to give it. I don't know if we got 20 million to give up for Patrick right now. So, but Emmanuel Og was out there. Kyle Lawson. Those are steady guys, veterans. Uh,
hmm,
get them guys in here for cheap. But yeah, we have to make a move because we just go there with that rushing the passer, and somebody else get hurt. It's a little rough.
yeah. Like we're at the point where you can't even afford to lose anybody. You know what I mean? And even with that, there's still so many question marks with the guys that we have. So we'll see. But
It's
I'm
just
concerned.
yeah, because I'm sorry, he's going to get more attention. He's going to fix double team, now triple team. He's going to get the Aaron Donald treatment. Like he's going to now the league know who he is, and he has arrived. So now he's not getting 1-on-ones and all that. He's going to be the main focus for the offensive line's game plan. So his stats will probably decrease a little bit. So I mean somebody else has got to rise. But we definitely got like I'll even take Justin Houston for one more ride if we got to because last year he had 10 sacks. So but we definitely have to make another addition. I just can't see
Hmm.
all that with that group. That's why I posted it on the platform. Some people say, "Yeah, you're right." Some people like, "Let's work with what we got. Give the guys time to develop." I said, "But that's fine. But we're trying to win a Super Bowl. This is not a daycare. Feel me? We're trying to win."
Yeah, and guess what? If because I saw somebody said that in a group, like we got to see what we have in these guys. I mean, that didn't work last year. It's the reason why we had to go get Clowney and Van Noy from off the couch. You know what I mean? So if you can see now that that's still an issue, why would you want to go into the season with a let's wait and see approach? Because by the time the season starts, the guys like everybody who you just named as a possibility might not be a possibility anymore. And I also know I noticed some people were saying, we shouldn't have brought Judon in because he wants a new deal. The thing about it is I think the difference with Judon and Reddick, I think that he was expecting the Jets to give him a new deal, like off top with the trade. Like that was kind of something that they must have maybe he was under the impression that was going to happen, and then he gets there and the Jets don't do it. I don't think the Ravens are in a position to even extend Judon. I mean, I don't know what he wanted, but I don't think they're in a position because, like everybody said, we have guys who are going to be finishing their third season this year who's going to need to get money. So I get not paying or not wanting to pay Judon big dollars, but how does bringing him in for 1 year hurt you? You know what I mean? But I don't see how that would have been negative, because that he could have been the tipping point. We wouldn't be sitting here talking about pass rush being an issue right now if we could have brought Judon in. And then when you say it's only for a third round pick, it's like we could have did that. I don't care if it's for 1 year or not. I mean, it's still Judon. It's not like we don't know who he is. You know what I mean? Like we could have did that.
Eric would have made it work some way somehow. He'd have made it work.
Yeah.
Pull back.
Even if it wasn't, like I said, I don't know what he wants. But it could have been a respectable deal if it was going to be an extension. Maybe you give him a 2 year deal. I don't know because I don't know what the cap situation is, this year. But I just feel like it was something that could have been done, and it's a need for us. So now we're still searching for help in that area.
Thus, we want to bring back Brunson,
Bowser,
Brunson Lee,
mhm.
Bowser.
And that's not life changing.
You hear what
You
I
know what I
just
mean?
said?
What you call?
Brunson Lee, Bowser. So then the Brunson Lee fucking himself up. On what Yannick and got way. Like a lot of people got MS fans, but you gotta think he came middle of the year in a different scheme, and he held his own for the most part. But like I said, Yannick got way. Carl Lawson, man, you are the best options right now, as far as free agent. Unless you want to trade for somebody that might not want to be in a losing situation. Who else will be available? I think. Man, like,
I couldn't even think of anybody. I was thinking like who outside of Judah and who. I don't know.
trying to put my brand. If you want to get Von Miller for the Bills, you might can do that because they do got some young pass rushers that got to play, and because he already signed. But I don't think they would be stupid enough to trade him into a team they might have to play the playoffs. So I don't think they.
Yeah, that's true. Well, guess what? If they don't make any moves, then everybody will be on Eric DeCosta's neck again, and that's what happens when you're the GM.
Of course, of course. Oh, why you ain't signed for this? Why ain't traded for this? And it's gonna be the same people that said give the young guys a chance. Remember they said that
Yeah,
about the receiver core.
yeah, it'll be the same thing. That's why I was laughing when I read it. I started to say that. I started to say that to that person, like, and then you'll be complaining when it's week 5 about Eric DeCosta not making any moves on a pass rusher. But okay,
Remember, it's up. We gave the young receivers a chance. Next up, week 8, we gotta go call Deshaun Jackson and Sammy Watkins. Like really.
crazy,
So it's like what I mean. Can't have it both ways.
right?
We try and win a Super Bowl. We have to have some veteran players in certain positions. Can't go
And
all
it's okay if we're not as good as last year. You know what I mean? Like we talked about this too. Like 2011 team was better than 2012, but 2012 won a Super Bowl.
absolutely.
So get key guys in to do the job, and we'll be fine. But I'm not, like I said, and I'm even coming off my throne of the wide receivers. Like, yeah, you might have been right. We probably do need to add wide receivers because who we have right now is not like very exciting.
Yeah,
And when you think about it, once Bateman goes down, that changes everything as well.
I think Russell Gage and Anthony Miller was brought in for that reason. Both of them making plays like crazy. I think the cost
I
of
heard,
all that
I
suck.
heard,
I guess the cost ain't trying to wait on his big man injury no more. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bring in two guys because I don't need him getting another injury. And now we got to force Tez Walker to start, who might not be ready. And
right.
guys who've been in the league and been productive in their own right. So one of them can start. Then boom, it's nothing. So versus a rookie who's just now getting his feet wet. So the cost
Hmm.
bringing them two in. So and like I said, them two out there making plays. So
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who makes the roster if they carry 6 wide receivers again.
they said they might do seven like they did 2021. Remember, we had seven receivers that
You probably need to. You probably need to do that.
year. Yeah, and then have like Wade or somebody on the practice squad because he's playing pretty okay.
Hmm.
Just would probably have to carry probably like three running backs, maybe.
I
Four.
was wondering about that as well. How many running backs they might
Probably
want to
right
have?
three. Because Keith Mitchell gonna be on the pup list. So
Hmm.
so
Oh, you know what? I forgot about him. Yep, yep. I forgot about him when I was thinking about the running backs.
Sheen Ali, Justice Hill for the time, man. Keep on right on the practice squad in case somebody get hurt.
Hmm.
So this 53 gonna be interesting because I hope Bo Brady makes it, but we'll see what happens.
Hmm.
Joe Evans got a good shot. Like I said, our pass rushing department is looking kind of thin. So if he goes out there, plays pretty good, he'll have a spot. But next,
It's thin. Look, it's thin, but they say we got potential.
But next year, I think first round pick got to be edge rusher.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely a need at this point.
Yeah, like wide receiver, we can always grab a vet. That's what we've been doing. So it's like Lindsay's coming along. So so I think we can always find, but these edge rushers are hard to find. So like first round next year, we got one. And if you got to trade up a few picks, go get that guy because getting pressure on Mahomes and Stroud and Allen is going to work. It's going to work. It's going to win us a lot of games.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in on this Friday edition. Sorry about that. Yesterday we was a little tired. Everybody was feeling good, so get y'all Friday. So we might get y'all some Fridays now and then. Happy retirement to one of my good friends, T-Von Austin. Great NFL career, stand-up guy. Wish him nothing but the best. He's going to good more football the other day, so he might get into some coaching. Might try to broadcast something out, man. So definitely, man. Happy retirement, bro.
Congratulations.
Great career, man. Great career, man. Came out of, that's what, and all the kids at home, that's from Baltimore City. He's a living proof that you can make it out of here. You don't got to turn to the streets. You don't got to game. You don't got to do all this other stuff. You can make it out of here if you stay focused, stay on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, I'm just excited that we're getting closer to football. Can't wait to see what the offense looks like in its second year. I'm just excited.
Yeah, I'll be at the game tomorrow. I'm in my homeboy Trey, so we'll see. Hopefully the O line keep it up together. Like Shannon said, we're gonna do. Hope Coach Joe D get well soon.
Mm-hmm.
Guys gonna need him out there, man. He's one of the best in the business, man. Been coaching football for 50 years, so he knows the offensive line inside and out. Like you said, glad Mark Andrews is okay, no harm or injuries. Um, Hopefully, we see some stars shine tomorrow, and just like a Joe Evans or somebody come out the woodworks and just hopefully we don't let Michael Penix go up there and pick us apart. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Baltimore's Kids Day. We'll bring the kids. They had something to do, so they might miss this one. But anybody bring their kids out there from 9 to 11, they have games, the festivities. And I forgot who was performing. I forgot the guy's name, so it'll come to me later on. But yeah, they having Kids Day from 9 to 12, 9-11. Well, everyone, that's it for this Friday edition. Trade, I know what that means. Talking Ravens all day, every day. From your host, Justin P., and from my main co-host, Finch. We'll see y'all Thursday. Like I said, that week of the first game, that's when we'll do two shows. But I don't plan on Thursday. We may do like Monday and Wednesday for that week, just to just because since we plan on Thursday, and then the following week back to regular schedule program Tuesday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, guys, have a great weekend. Let's go O's. Watch the Ravens preseason game tomorrow if you can. I know it's only preseason, but still just support. Um, you know, watch the football all around. We'll see y'all next Thursday. Yeah.
Bye, guys. See you, Justin.